Now, Mondo, he continues to rack up accolades during his recent designation as a living legend by the Acadian Museum in Erath. Now, the museum hopes to raise funds for a complex downtown to replace vacant storefronts and attract visitors and local businesses. Here's a look at the museum's rare collection of Acadian artifacts, which could foster Erath's economic future.
The railroad, no longer in service, runs through downtown Erath. It's a reminder of this once thriving business district.
This town was founded in 1890 when the railroad came through. Most of the people lived on outlying areas along the bayous. They just flocked here to be where the action was. And the businesses started at one time. There was a small grocery store on every block of the town of Erath. Population has never been any larger than around 3,000 people. So this was the heart of a thriving community. And slowly people have migrated to other areas. It's very difficult to obtain flood insurance. Many of the houses are elevated. You're almost at sea level.
The Acadian Museum is one of the few occupied buildings along this stretch of vacant storefronts. It stands as the memory keeper of Erath's famous residents and cultural contributions.
Welcome to the Erath Museum, beautiful downtown Erath, known as the most Cajun place on earth.
Walter Perrin, author and historian, serves as chairman of the Acadian Museum, a nonprofit grassroots museum born from community contributions. He believes these rooms, filled with more than 6,000 objects and artifacts, can serve as a collective economic catalyst for Erath.
We would hopefully be able to create 5 satellite museums in walking distance of this museum. It's a dream that we have to try to use our culture and our history for economic benefits of all the citizens. And I think that would be a worthy goal to pursue.
The museum started with this photo. Warren received it while practicing law in the building that would later become the museum.
A client of mine, Miss Reba Dugas-Narin, walked in one day carrying this beautiful oval frame with a picture of a young boy. I said, Miss Narin, tell me about this picture. Oh, she says, that's one of my cousins, Placide Richard. He was about 12. They were playing one summer hot afternoon. They dumped, as a joke, ice water on his head, and he died of a brain hemorrhage. And this is all we know about him. I simply typed what she told me, and I put that in my waiting room, and everybody wanted to bring me a story and a picture. That's what started this museum.
The museum's only purchased item comes from Warren, a rare Acadian boy's cape. It's part of the museum's extensive textile collection, including 8 spinning wheels and 50 blankets woven from brown cotton, unique to Louisiana. Erath was known for its skilled brown cotton weavers.
Cotton was king in Louisiana. Everybody wanted cotton to make clothes.
Right.
There was a market for it. Brown cotton had no market because the filament is shorter, it's harder to work with, and it's ugly. It's not as pretty as beautiful white cotton sheets and bedspread. So the Cajuns, not wanting to waste anything, decided to use the brown cotton to make their blankets. Karen, center of this large room, an exhibit that people come from all over the world to see the renowned, twice-nominated Grammy winner, Mr. D.L. Menard. He's in the Hall of Fame. D.L. was a resident of Erath, and he made a living making chairs. He had a chair factory. So music was a sideline, but he became so popular as a result of one song, La Porte de Nadia, The Back Door, is a classic. You cannot go to a Cajun dance where they don't play it at least twice.
Louisiana politician Dudley LeBlanc, who grew up in Erath, invented Hadacol, a concoction that claimed to cure whatever ailed you. The former state senator is lauded as a marketing genius of his day.
He would get 18-wheelers of Hadacol. And to get into the show, to see these big stars, you had to have 2 box tops of Hadacol. Created a demand that didn't exist.
Warren was instrumental in authoring a petition hand-delivered to the British Crown seeking a formal apology for the illegal deportation of 15,000 Acadians from Nova Scotia. A copy of the Queen's Royal Proclamation Apology hangs in the museum. It establishes a day of commemoration, July 28th, to honor Acadians who lost their lives in the Grand Dérangement.
It's the 6th time apology was extended in the 1200 years of the British Empire. And it's a recognition that the deportation was done against British laws, leading to the deaths and sufferings of thousands of Acadian people. A third of the people perished, and it was our ethnic cleansing genocide.
From those ancestral hardships, Cajuns emerged as resilient, resourceful people. Erath is one of Louisiana's few remaining communities of predominantly French-speaking people, a legacy the town seeks to preserve for future generations.
Erath is a microcosm of what Louisiana is, the way I see it. We can walk into many of these still existing stores and they will talk Cajun French to us if we start speaking French. So we're trying to save a lot of the things that makes us unique.